Hello, this is CloudiaN and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be taking a look at the biggest and final war on HTS Earth Season 1. This is one of the most epic and biggest battles that the server has seen yet, featuring 3 of the top nations on the server. The teams were pretty simple. On one side you had nations such as the TBE, Bombaklet and Japan, and against the biggest and most hated nation called Sweden. In order to understand why they were in such an unfriendly relations, we'll have to go back to the beginning of the server. There were complications about whom Sweden belonged to. A group featuring the notorious and famous player RBN RSMS settled down in Germany. His home was later destroyed, forcing him to move into Sweden and join another group, which he became a strong member of. But that's a story of another time. The new Sweden, they just called themselves Sweden, and was in many people's mind the source of the trouble on the server. Even though Sweden had a rich culture with beautiful structures, there were some big problems. They were famous for expressing racist and homophobic thoughts in the chat, and have had multiple social related punishments on the server. What do you think was the reason why they attacked you?
Our fuck pride flag and us hating gay people.
I mean, there were a political problem. They were very aggressive towards a lot of nations and people, and they had some very conflicting ideologies with the rest of the world.
During the early ages of the server, they for example grieved the nature by making forest fires that literally wiped out big chunks of land. The server didn't really like how Sweden saw and thought of themselves as superior, and therefore they planned an attack. The allied nations prepared by stacking up golden apples, good armor and swords. But what Sweden didn't know was that TBE had a trick up their sleeves this time. The plugin Send Enchantments adds an enchant which, when put on boots, grants strength 3 as well as slowness 2. This was of course really good in fights. The Allied arrived from the south and successfully set up a forward operating base at Denmark. The war began with multiple hours being fired at each other from a distance, and Sweden brought their fighter planes that they used with targeting arrows in order to hit the Allied on the ground. The Allies rapidly lost health and they decided not to wait anymore, but instead push. The water was hard to cross, but thanks to some Japanese planes that were able to distract the Swedes, to get across. It soon resulted in a PvP battle, which Sweden came to lose. All Swedes were killed, while only one person from the Allied side died. A guy named Cabbage was the leader and member of Bombaklet was killed. And after the war, a shocking thing was discovered about Cabbage involvement in the war.
Conny var basically en inside spion hela tiden. Conny jobbade för oss under hela tiden.
He was a spy the whole time. And this was the greatest war of HTS Season 1. If you want more stories like these, then please leave a like. But I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.